right Wi-Fi. So, how's everybody going? We're here in the solar shed today because it's getting ugly outside. And as you can see, I got a lot of the wiring cleaned up here, but not as much as I would have liked. Now, as it begins to get uglier outside, I'm going to want to hide a little bit more. So, that's why I'm here. Now, there's got to be a way to check what kind of microphone this thing is using. Let's just see. I can mute it. And let's do settings. Where are settings? Pin live stream. I don't want to do that. We're just going to sit down here for a few minutes and just play with this for a little while and see if we can get it to do what we want it to do. I'm thinking it would be real. I don't know what the hell this thing is doing. Okay, let's see if we can figure out why it is doing what it's doing. Let's just lower this down a little bit. There we go. All right, let's do. I am not sure. Welcome to the chat. Remember to guard against privacy and blah blah blah. Welcome to the chat. Blah blah blah. Community moderators. Chat filter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't see anything that allows me to configure it whatsoever. Whatever. All right. So I don't know. Don't know what the. I guess I could log into the live stream and kind of take a look, huh? Let's still do that. Let's take a look at the live stream. We'll just pull my laptop out here and I'll go into the live stream and take a look myself. Alright, so let's do. Yeah, it does say I'm live. Let's just take a look, see what it says. All right. Hello, me. All right. Hello, me. Yeah. I'm going to walk over here a little bit further away. Can you guys still hear me? I'm going to walk over here a little bit further away. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, wow, that's fantastic. All right, then. The hell with that. I don't need it. All right, so welcome to the solar shed. I'm here in Florida today, and I am planning on working on this inverter right here. I've had it hanging on the wall for ages, but I've never bothered to hook it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take you guys with me. I normally do widescreen live streams, and we just kind of hang out at the solar shed. But I thought today I'm just going to play around a little bit and see what's going on. So here in Florida, I just finished putting in a fence, and it is really lousy weather. And you know why it's lousy weather? Because it's the curse of installing new solar panels. I'm going to open up the back door here for a second and show you all the new solar panels I put in yesterday, and you're going to be astonished at just how bad the luck really is. So I got 16 new panels in yesterday, and they were generating tons and tons of power. But the problem is, Now you can see it's gloomy, doomy, the weather is bad and everything's terrible and it's kind of getting cold out there. So I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to work on this inverter and we will just deal with it from there. So hopefully that's enough entertainment for us for the day. And I did a little bit of cleaning yesterday, not a whole lot, but we did get, oh yeah, let me show you what I did get done. I did get the compartment up here nice and cleaned up. I mean, check this out, and I got everything except this one wire here, which goes to the bit miner. This can come off. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to run the bit miner wire permanently yet, but as you can see, everything now is running off of battery power. There is nothing plugged in up here on the outlet anymore. And I wasn't intending to do it right away until I accidentally clipped the wire to the router, to the wireless router. And when I did, I thought, oh, well, what the hell? I snipped the wire now. Let's just go ahead and hook it up to the 12 volt. So I hooked it up to the 12 volt here, as opposed to rerunning it back to the wall plug that steps it down to 12 volts and everything. And it worked perfectly. So then as soon as that happened, I said, oh, well, to heck with it then. And I snipped off a USB cable and ran it over here to this router because it's 5 volts. This one's 5 volts and this one's 12 volts. So they're all standard voltages. And because they're standard voltages, that made it very simple for me to, wow, that stupid cable is right in the way. Let's just move that out of the way here. It made it very simple for me to basically step everything to use the actual batteries. Now the cool part about this is that I don't have to worry about when the power goes off in here. If the inverter shuts down, I don't lose any live streams. I don't lose my routing. I don't lose my internet. I don't lose anything anymore. And that's kind of cool because before, if I was to lose my load, like if I shut this load off right now, as you can see, it gets dark because I use the lights. But what I don't lose is my entire communication cabinet. All of my solar tracking, everything in here remains active and current, which is kind of cool. So that's actually the coolest part of this. Now, obviously I've got freezers and stuff that are in here, so I'm going to turn this back on and get my lights back on. But I thought that was kind of cool because now I don't have to worry about live streams going dark because I forgot that I had to turn on the power or whatnot. Now it's all taken care of. I'm going to get this case of screws over here out of the way. And so where we're going to be primarily working today is going to be over here on this inverter. This is the one I want to take care of today. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to move this bit miner out of the way, and then we're going to kind of take a first swipe at this and see what we really need to get done to make it happen. Now the bit miner might turn on today if there's enough solar to trigger it. The batteries are charged enough for it to trigger for a little while. Let me see if I can take a look real quick where they are. The batteries have to be at 65%, and the solar has to have about 1,500 watts of input coming from the XP, which should not be hard for it to hit today because it's got those brand new 16 panels on it. So it's got 24 panels, but they're not really producing a whole lot. So right now, as you can see, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can see that okay. So you can see this. I'm producing 830 watts, and from the 6,000, I got about 600 watts. So we probably will never get to it, but whatever, it happens. It'll be interesting to see what goes on with there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start working on getting this thing hooked up. Now I've got all the cables that came with it over here. As you can see here, I got the battery cables. So we're going to run the battery down and over to the bus bars, and we're going to take I don't know if any of this stuff is needed. RS-485 to USB upgrade cable. I don't need that. Oh well, I might end up needing that. And I don't know what these other ones are. RJ45, pin 1, pin 2. All these are, I think these are all communication cables for this thing. Yeah, we got a couple of pins down here. RS-485. Interestingly enough, I might try plugging that RS-485 into the solar assistant and see what happens. That'd be interesting to see. Anyway, we got a few communication cables. We got a few things here. I don't know how this got in the way. I'm going to move it out of the way here for us. We've also got the beginning of the solar inputs that we could hook up today. I've got them sitting over here in the corner. And I mounted the bracket outside to bring those panels in. As you can see down there in that corner, I kind of mounted the brackets back there. And drilled the holes and got, you know, the platform and everything. But I still need to get the outside piece of it done too. I haven't done anything to that yet. So, and then basically that's it. I'm thinking we hook this up. Oh, and I want to hook you to, take you out to, I'll take you out here with me. I'm going to go get I probably should bring a screwdriver with me. I'm going to go get the power station that I'm going to use for the 3000. I was going to hook up those plugs below it, those blue ones, but I'm leaning against that now simply because I'm leaning against it because I don't have, oh crap, that thing is wedged in there. Let's see. Let's just see if we can take this out without doing too much damage. Oh, I see. It's screwed on there. So I'm going to carry this in and then I'll come back and get you. All right, coming back. Sorry. Had to leave you out there. Couldn't carry both of you at the same time. Better than dropping either one of you. So I spent all week putting up a fence. So as you can see, it came along pretty well though. Now I'm getting prepared to hook up all the solar panels, as you can see down there. I'm thinking about hinging them. I don't know. We'll see. If I can hinge them, that would be really cool, where they can fold out when we got a good sun and when there are windstorms and stuff coming. Fold them in, buckle them down, protect them a little bit from the heat, or not from the heat, from the weather. All right, so first things first, we got to get, let's just take a look at this. I'm going to slide you down here. I don't know what I got on this board here that I need to work with. So let's just take a look at it together. This thing has gotten a little dirty, so let's grab us one of my wipe rags and we'll just wipe it off as we go along here. And these are pretty cool because it's got a nice input and it's got breakers for everything and a meter, so I could use this. Really would be useful with the 3000 because that's my 48 volt tester. So that will allow me to test it at the same time. Yeah, I can't go any lower, can I? I can just twist this just one more click down though. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop these off and see what we got underneath here. If I remember correctly, this is just screwed in to the board behind it, and then we'll be able to just take it off. Probably need to get rid of these. I don't know if these are feed wires. If they are, that's great. We'll put them in some conduit and run them up into the inverter. Yeah, that's what it feels like there. It feels like they're feed wires. Okay. Got to be careful with these because I don't want to strip them out. So I didn't want to reach up for a real screwdriver. So let's see. Oh yeah, Nice, okay. So it looks like it's got just 2 screws in it. One here, and one here. And that's it. All right. So you can see this is pretty neat. A neat little box here. It basically, you know, you bring the power in through the main switch. It's got a meter built into it, and then it fuses all of these for you. So you've got a breaker for each one of them. So you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of breaker boxes. Now, funnily enough, you look over here on the other side of the shed, you can see right there, I do have a breaker box. So I was intending to do it that way. But I think I'm just going to change my mind. I think I'm just going to do it this way because it's going to be so much easier. And since this is testing, I can just run all the plugs I need right through this, and it's 110, so I don't need 220 like I do with the other one. So, and that one I would have to rig to allow it to work with 220. So, let me get back up here. We're going to bring this over here. I'm just going to set it right here for right now until we figure out where we're going to put it. And I'm going to come back over here and grab those screws because those were the perfect size. No reason to use more. And all right, well, we're going to come back over here now. Let me see what we can do from a standpoint of getting this box and figure out where we want this box. That's the real question. Where do we want this thing at this point? I'll bring this up a little bit higher here. There we go. All right, so with this, I don't think that's a good idea. There we go. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Let me change that angle a little bit for you guys. And we'll just drop this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking with this here, maybe a little bit further down. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking with this here, I got power out here, and I got AC in here. If I do AC in, it's going to come from over there, so I'm not going to even think about that right now. I want to just get the PV in, and I want to get some AC out. AC out's what I'm really thinking about, and the battery, because this will allow me to test the batteries. I can charge the batteries through this side if I need to, but I can't power this thing without it. So let's just do the basics. Let's put the power box in, and you know, I wonder what kind of size conduit I need for this thing. I'm going to take this off, and we're going to check to see if that's the same conduit, the 3/4 inch conduit that I have for running in here. Because if it is, I've got more of that, and I can immediately wire this all into that conduit and get this taken care of, as opposed to having this loose wire. I really don't want to use this loose wire if I don't have to, you know. So let's just snip this off here and here. All right, now we're going to switch this live stream to widescreen and see if we get any bigger audience. I'll talk to you here in a few.